Hey guys, Frost here for a start of a brand new series on a game that is also for devices like a phone or a tablet. I don't know if it's only for an iPhone or if it's for I can't talk. If it's also for a Samsung, I don't really know exactly. But all I know is that you can play this on phones and tablets as well on computers, which is, as you can tell, is what's going on right now. So let's get into the game. Now right here, this is my port. Here, let's get this out of the way. This is my little port. It may not look like much, but I've got 6 ports. Actually, this is a harbor. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've got 6 ports. One of them is empty, as you can tell. Pretty soon I'm going to have only 3 ships and 3 empty spaces, because eventually I am going to sell my Japanese USS Zuto and my British HMS London. My 3 main ships, my 3 main ships is, from the weakest, the Somers class USS Cross Guard Destroyer. And you can name your own ship, so I named it these. It may not be the best names, but it's stuff that I agree with. It's not very powerful, but this is going to stay as a destroyer. I'm not going to, after I get it to, the highest destroyer, the gearing class, or however you say it, excuse me, I'm going to just leave it there. My second most used ship, USS Corondo, it's a level 12, USS Coast Guard's level 7, is my second strongest ship. USS Zuto has no guns on it at all. But USS Corondo, I just upgraded this to Atlanta class today. And I also recently rearmed it earlier. It's pretty decent. It can hold 8 guns. 8 main guns. And a bunch of smaller guns. It's got 2 sets of 4 torpedo tubes. It's pretty decent. I'm not going to go into any detail with USS Cross Guard. Not really special. Wait a minute, something's not right. Weight is too much, that explains a lot. So yeah. Atlanta class. The destroyers, yeah, from Clemson to Gearing for American. Atlanta through the Cleveland class is light cruisers. So this is Atlanta class, Amazon class, Akizuki class, Somers class, and now for my favorite ship, and also my strongest that I've got so far, USS Elliott, named after my cousin. It is a Cleveland class, as you could see in the ship tree right here. We need to be level 18 to get this. The next class is the Baltimore class, level 25. I looked it up earlier today in my second hour class, just because I can. I did a little bit of research to see what kind of ships these are. They're a light cruiser. The Baltimore is a heavy cruiser, but this is my most prized ship that I've got so far. It doesn't really have a lot of secondary guns, but it does have a lot of guns. It does have some weapons used against submarines. The primary guns are powerful from this class. 2 by 8 inch 55 caliber guns, and there's 4 of them. These have a range of 260.5 and a damage rating of 980. 8 seconds to reload. It's pretty decent. It costs quite a bit. Yeah. As for subguns, I've got a mousetrap launcher Mark 20, used against submarines mostly, I think. The AA guns, they're supposed to be anti-aircraft guns, but submarines have these on them. So, and two 5-inch 38cm caliber guns Mark 30. Torpedoes, it has no torpedoes, and the depth charges are basically just the mousetrap launcher. Pretty good armor. A deck and belt are both evened out by 4-inch armor, the thickest armor that I've got. If you want to be precise on what you want, you could go to advanced and front armor, middle armor, or rear armor. It could be evened out. Belt armor, same thing. But if you want everything to be nice and even, just stay to basic. Like, from right here is basic. Just stay right there if you want everything to be nice and even. Like me. But the higher you upgrade your armor, and the thicker it gets, the higher the cost. Now, I don't know if this is part of the game, but whenever you first start, you get 3 open slots. You have to create your ships. These 2 slots, I just got. I log on one day, and I have these 2 slots. I don't remember getting any slots, so I must have gotten these for free, because I didn't do anything. But the 6th slot you have to pay for, and it's 5,000. The 2nd slot you have to pay for, it's 10,000. And so on. It could cost up to thousands to hundred thousands, just to get a lot of ports. So, this game is amazing. I will show you a battle sequence. But here's your stuff. Battleship versus Wi-Fi. You need a battleship to do that. Tutorial, you get to go through the controls and stuff. Versus, you get to face other players. A control mission, you get to face AI. A real quick feature though, whenever you go to general mission, see this extra slot? Whenever you take this out, you see an empty slot right there. For portable devices, there's an empty slot there. But since I'm on the computer, there's nothing there. So there's some restricted content for this, like, no, you can't have an escort. But let's get into a battle. Here I am in the first battle, first NPC battle you can get. These guns are powerful enough to one-shot these transport ships, and have a very good range of 262.1. So they're very powerful. You can switch different. I mean, look at that. I just barely started moving, and I already sunk 2 ships. Usually, you want to make sure you have a good far-range guns, because, or maybe even a fast thing, because fast ship, because that thing likes to outrun you, and it also likes to steal your kills on this part. So if you have a lesser ship, well, you're not really gonna do any. You're not really gonna be able to get anything easy. So let's one-shot this thing. I think it's a little inaccurate. After a while, there are different shells, and T toggles your shoot mode. So shoot mode, basically, it just does this. It just does that. Fires 1 at a time. But whenever you have it all at once, you can just, it's a one-shot fire. There you go. You see, I missed that shot. Not for long. With this thing, I always sink all those ships, unless all my shots miss. Now, these guns can get a little inaccurate at some point. So, and there are 2 different types of rounds. There's the HE rounds, which is what I'm using right now. HE rounds, if you guys don't really know exactly, high explosive rounds. What they do, they're usually, in this game, they're mainly used for lesser ships like destroyers. But there's also another set of rounds. See how far off that was? There's another set of rounds. AEP rounds, or armor-piercing rounds. Some of you guys may already know this, but, you know, I've always had trouble with it. AP rounds, well, it's in the name. Armor piercing. They're great for fighting off battleships and heavy cruisers and stuff. And also for a ship like this, because this ship does not like to die. So I need to make this nice and quick. 8-second reload. Now, sometimes the shots like to bounce off and hit the water, but, you know, they're armor piercing and not explosive. It's just natural. Just charging straight in, and there we go. I hit an ammo pocket. That's nice. So that's what the battle sequences look like. Even though it is it's more intense whenever you are in a player battle, which is what I'm gonna do in the next episode. But for now, I'm just gonna try to go through some basics. Let's take a look at the ship tree. This is your ship tree. Very, very nice. There's no aircraft in this game at all, so you won't find any aircraft carriers. But you guys are also like, but there's just an aircraft carrier in that first mission you were in. Yeah, but I don't really know why. Because there's no aircraft in this game whatsoever, which is kind of confusing with the anti-aircraft guns. Submarines, they've got 2 weapons. You don't see that very often. Submarines, they've got torpedoes, of course, but whenever they're on the surface, they can go through a submarine-on-submarine surface battle with anti-aircraft guns, which is kind of funny because they're not made for that kind of stuff, but they don't explode, they just go up and over. They're just basically artillery rounds. I got quite a few. You can't zoom in, but you can see one there, and you can see another one back there. And there's another one right there, too. I've got 3 of them. Whenever I see a submarine, I could use those to take them out. And these things usually have good range than what they actually say. But yeah. You can get submarines. Right here. So far, I think only 3 submarines you can get for each country. There's 6 there's 6 countries. All of them have 3 submarines. I'm trying to get my USS Corando to be... Oh, no, I don't want to sell it. My USS Corando to be the O-class submarine. Right here. I turned the USS Corando into Atlanta and then into the Cleveland. So, yeah. That's what most of the battle sequences look like, and this is basics. Almost. How to get an extra dock. You just click on this. I don't really know how this really works. This, you just get a bunch of stuff for a bunch of gold. A gold store, you can get ships for some gold, and you can also get another dock for some gold. And you can get some currency from the gold, and you can get some more premium ships. It's very cool. Silver store is probably the cheapest thing. Nova ships, it's just destroyers. Not very simple, but you can add more docks. Now, the thing with gold, real quick, guys, normally, you only get 3 every 2 times you log on. Like, you log on like 2 or 3 times, or something like that, every day, and you will get 3 gold or something like that. I don't really know exactly how it works, but anyway, for those who are new to my channel, I am Frost, and those that are interested in this game, it's free to play, no download. You can Google it, and it'll take you to this website, blah blah blah. I will talk to you guys in another episode. See you.